YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. We're still suffering big time public order. It's the provincial instability probably where we took things, then we have lack of corruption. So those are the two big reasons why we're suffering public order penalties, even though we have Morathi stationed right here. I'm going to actually take her out of the settlement so we can force this rebellion a little quicker. We're still at war with Clan Na. We need to attack the Lizardmen, but we've recently made peace with them, so we'll see if an opportunity pops up. It looks like it's time for us to end a turn. We could recruit a Black Ark if I actually had a port city. Oh, look at there. The Lizardmen are at war with us again. Let's see if the Skaven will beg for peace. They probably will because we have them beat up pretty bad. That was actually really good timing with the lizards going to war with me again. If we're going to be fighting a lot of Lizardmen, we kind of need to buff up our bleak swords because in their current state, they're not very good. Let's put another upgrade on Blade Wind so that it costs less winds of magic and less miscast chanced. I think that'll be their best bet. We're going to be able to recruit more bleak swords here in another turn. Can we raid? We sure as heck can. Let's go raid the Lizardmen a little. Actually, how many turns till they finish their... 3 turns? I wonder if I could get to the Ziggurat of Dawn in 3 turns. It'd be risky because they could have a big army in here.
It is willed.
They do have a big army. Yeah. Not sure this is the smartest move. Let's reload our autosave there. So, yeah, that's not going to work out. Like, I was kind of curious what's out ahead of me there, but with them having that big army there, that's not going to be the way to go. Let's rethink that. Taking their settlement is going to be hard because they have reinforcements too, so stopping the Lizardmen on their ritual here is not going to be worth it. Because we could try to stop them. We don't have enough time at this point. We're also facing the rebellion here, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think so. Let's just try and face down the rebellion. And then stay ready to prepare ourselves against, defend ourselves against the Lizardmen. And then we will take care of business. Getting ahead of us on one ritual, I'm not too concerned about it because there's a lot of game left. And these other factions have a long way to go. And quite honestly, the Lizardmen, one mistake, and we'll have them in a position to be dead.
Yes.
The people are displeased.
I thought we still got 1 turn before we can get the Bleak Swords. Dark Sorceress leveled up. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. I reloaded. I was like, what? Okay. Okay, I reloaded. That's why we were getting the extra wait time. Duh. Alright, Clan Na. They want a peace treaty. Let's extort some money out of them.
Go do that. Not bother me.
Payments. Demand payment. I demand everything you have. Well, 1,500. Fine, I guess. Give me your money. Leave me alone, so I can focus on Lizardmen. Mirror pool.
The people grow restless.
It's 3,100. We get a surplus point on the next turn too, and we can start upgrading the Dark Tower. It's going to take 7 turns to upgrade that. This gives us a Black Dragon and a Sorceress though, which would really help us protect against rebellions. So I think that's worth the spend. Not going to worry about moving Morathi in this turn. And then we'll recruit a couple of Bleak Swords and save our money to upgrade the Mirror Pool of Tapak to a Dark Tower. Then we can get more helpful buildings down here as well. Okay, we're almost at the rebellion. Everybody's gonna finish their rituals soon. Alright, Spike. What do we got here? How are we doing public order wise? We're actually positive public order for the first time in like ever. But it took 2 of these buildings to do it. I'm actually going to save that money so I can spend it on the Dark Tower. That is actually available now. We just don't have the money for it. And then we'll go up and build that other one since we do have positive public order at home, which About dang time, it was almost too late. Wonder if we can go in and start raiding the Lizardmen and try and get them to attack. So after we shut down the rebellion, we might go raid the Lizardmen. I just want to kind of goad them out into an attack. Let's... Oh man, we got so much stuff to build. Let's start here because this is not a good climate. It takes way longer to build the Dark Tower, so let's start with that. And then we're going to start by putting in artisans' houses and other stuff. Let's move over here to get ready to put down the Skaven Rebellion. We should be slowly bleeding off, yeah, that instability and lack of corruption, because corruption should be on its way up. Instability is dropping, so the rate at which public order is decaying should be slowing. You can see it looks like we're starting to spread that chaos corruption around on the map, because you're seeing a little bit of it around here.
The riots are moments away.
Got some buildings to do. Let's improve. Then we'll build that other artisan's house. I'm going to let the rebellion go for one more turn just to take away some more of that public order penalty. And then we'll move on. I know she can't move. We can go on to the next weapon strength. It would be good to have bleak swords. So this actually helps bleak swords. That's good. Let's get that forge to kill. I kind of want to buff up my bleak swords, but I'm kind of trying to work Morathi towards that decreased upkeep cost and healing.
Will hear your request.
I'm not going to join your war right now because I'm already fighting your war against the lizards and fighting it for you because you're idiotic and you're up there in your territories just like ignoring everything going on down here. So you can thank me later. You're welcome.
Lustrian serpents.
Okay, those people completed rituals. We knew that was going to happen.
For the Witch King.
I think the AI must get extra ritual currency because it seems like no matter what I've done, even when I've like focused all on gaining ritual currency, like the AI always beats me to the ritual. They're gonna try and get to Chotek's Causeway down here. Let's get in their way. Causeway, we can go ahead and do Artisan House. That'll help us start earning more money. We're about ready to be able to build another army, especially if we can work our way over past Drill Master and start on this Quartermaster. So I'm kind of hoping we get to fight the lizards so I can keep leveling up Morathi faster. Let's go with Word of Pain. That could be handy on certain units, like if I'm getting charged by a Cold One Rider or something like that, we could use Word of Pain and take away a bunch of their attack. Okay, let's see what the lizards do. Let's see if they attack me. They've got a pretty solid army there. Yep, so they're going to attack me. I get garrison help as well, though. Ooh, these spears will be handy because we're up against a lot of cavalry. We should be able to win this. I don't see why not. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, this should be a good map for what we are going to be fighting like. I kind of like how CA took some learning from that custom map stuff that people were doing, and it seems like they've got small settlement maps like this now, which are way more fun than what they were doing in Warhammer 1. They also made changes to the Lord's leveling up process, which I think really helps the game also. So it's good to see them taking steps that make the game better, really. I mean, that's the big key there. We've got a good solid line of bleak swords. We're going to put them in a relatively dense formation in case they get charged. We've got a lot of dark shards with shields. Keep them back in a second line. And then we've got our 2 Reaper repeater bolt throwers. We're going to hit the start deployment. The lizards are going to have to come attack me. I'm going to start off in an anti-infantry shot, and we'll switch that over probably. I've got a Dread Spear that we can use to kind of soak up charge. Our Dark Riders are no match for Cold Ones, so we're going to have to use the Dread Spears to kind of break up the charge and give us a chance to defend. Okay, our Hydra, we're going to want him up front to do some burninating.
Morathi.
Okay, got our 2 ladies right there behind the line. I'm going to close this so y'all can see the battle better. Let's get started.
The merciless host.
These guys, switch that over. I need to go change my defaults to where they don't default to skirmish. Okay, so our repeater crossbow, or repeater bolt throwers have opened fire.
The merciless host.
Put all those guys in a hard group so we can countercharge.
Bolt throwers.
We're going to want to start shooting Mazdamundi, but I'm going to try and do some damage to their infantry first. Good job, bolt throwers. Good job. Dish it out. The Saurus warriors are our biggest concern. Okay, let's get a couple dark shards ready to take out these skink skirmishers.
Dark elves. Onward. Murder awaits.
Okay, right here's your target.
Hungers.
Murder the skinks.
Battle ready.
Okay.
Bolt throwers.
Getting some good missile damage done. Let's target that blob right there. Keep an eye on our flanks. Let's pause it just real quick. See a good opportunity right here for a Blade Wind. That'll help disrupt enemy formation, and then I'll charge my swordsman forward. Yeah, that Blade Wind's gonna land nicely. There comes the missile attack. Let's send the Hydra back to help with the cavalry. We'll kind of hold Morathi back. Let's switch over. Okay. Hopefully we can defeat that cavalry back here. Let's use our Dark Shards to target down Mazdamundi. Let's use our Bolt Throwers to go after some of these cavalry. Okay, we took the charge there. Mazdamundi is about to eat it. We're still going to have to be careful because the Dark Elves can kind of rampage. Kind of rampage. I don't mean kind of rampage. They will rampage. Let's see if we can throw a couple of these Dark Shards over here to help lay in some fire. Let's get rid of the skinks. We wrapped all this up, so let's keep... maybe chase these guys. And let's use Morathi to help break down the rest of these Lizardmen. We'll see if we can shatter them. This might be a good opportunity for us to break all their leadership here. Okay, Dark Shards are going to wrap that up. Yeah, so the combined Spears and Dark Riders were able to hold out against the... Yep, and we caused pretty well. Chain route over here. No rampage. Oh man, those swordsmen just got crunched. They are absolutely surrounded by cold ones. And not the kind of cold ones that they want to break open and enjoy. They're getting cracked open by cold ones, not the other way around. Let's debuff some of these cold ones over here. There we go. I'm kind of surprised the Lizardmen haven't completely shattered. There they go. So it worked out perfect. The Lizardmen bit off way more than they could chew in that battle, and that's going to leave them with the decisive defeat. Bleak Swords did really well there, but I mean, I think using the Bolt Throwers and Blade Wind to break up the lizard infantry, gave our bleak swords a solid charge, took away some of the charge from the lizards, and then just by numbers we were able to crunch them. Take the slaves.
The dark grows strong.
Hopefully build up a good slave economy here, since that's one of the ways that we're supposed to get stronger. They have a really good garrison at Hexotl, or however you say that. I don't know how to pronounce that. If someone can phonetically spell that in the comments, I sure would appreciate it. Never was good with some of those Aztec names. Alright, so yeah, getting Mazdamundi at this point is going to be darn near impossible. So even though that was a decisive victory, they're going to get away almost unscathed because they're going to replenish, and I can't attack them here because they'll get all this temple guard. They have 4 temple guards, a feral stegodon. I mean, it would be very, very difficult for us to defeat all that. Not impossible, but difficult. So I think what we'll do is just try and put some pressure on these guys. Let's do this public order +4 now that we've already got some growth going. Okay, it says it's going to take place at the end of the turn. Picked up a ward save. Let's see if we need to equip that on Morathi. We can go to Drill Master, and then soon we can start on Quartermaster and Elven Healing, which we definitely want to have. Let's come out of this stance. We're going to move forward here and do some raiding. We're going to start losing public order again, but we're going to take that chance. Oh wow, we get slaves from raiding too.
Scour the land.
So that'll help us pick up a little bit of income, which certainly isn't going to hurt. And hopefully it'll force the Lizardmen to kind of be forced into attacking me. Our public order is finally getting better up in this province. Let's go ahead and spend that money.
I am Morathi.
Check out our slave markets here. So we're still not anywhere near max slaves at either one of our places. Effective slaves, we're only at -1 public order, so neither one of those. So taking more slaves at the moment is certainly not going to hurt us. Look at that! Look at that! I always talk about how the AI is annoying, and you all are like, Air, you just complain too much. Uh-huh. Alright, that's fine. I won't complain. There won't be any complaining. There's just going to be a lot of getting even right here. That's it. The Lizardmen, I don't think they realize that they've just motivated me there to increase the speed of their destruction. Let's say it that way. Alright, we got our raiding income, which helped us get some scrolls and extra money as well. So how was that, how'd you enjoy that, Lizards? Because you're not going to enjoy this, I promise you that much. There won't be any escape this time. Big fat toad. It's kind of appropriate that that toad looks like a big diarrhea crap, because that's pretty much what I'm about to do to him in this battle. I think Morathi's going to take the slave prisoners, and then she's going to eat a bunch of old food and take a dark elf crap all over these lizards as payback for what they just did. So I will enjoy this actually quite a lot. And I guess I'm kind of happy they came up and wrecked that settlement. The only downside is it's just going to further the public order problems, but at least it gave me an opportunity to get these lizards out away from their settlement and give me a chance to kind of finish them once and for all. Start deployment, start battle. Okay, got everything set. Okay, begin some anti-infantry fire here. I love the Reaper bolt throwers and the, what do they call it, the Eagle Claw bolt thrower. Both of them are awesome. Let's watch the lizards get wrecked on their approach. The Reaper bolt thrower is such a cool unit. It kind of seems like that the Dwarven bolt thrower should have had a similar anti-infantry and anti-large function. Would have made it a lot more useful. These guys are all blobbed up right here in the center too. Should make them nice and ready for a blade wind when they get close enough. Just out of range of my blade wind at the moment. There we go. Let's do a breath attack on those cold ones real quick. Perfect. Well done, Hydra. Look at that. Look at the wreckage. Their army didn't even make it to me here. These guys are getting all kinds of wrecked. Let's do, build up our magic power again. Let's get out here and stop these cold ones.
We are ready.
Let's switch over to anti-large shot and hit the Slan Mage. Gonna wipe out their riders. Perfect. Things are going pretty good. See a good opportunity for a breath attack here from my Hydra. Whoops. That might have been a miss. If by might have, I mean definitely was. Yeah, we hit so many of our own troops with that. We've got a whole bunch more magic. Let's use it. See how these guys like some blade wind over here. I can see that, how like I selected those units, but they kind of deselect. There's some weird selection stuff. Like I said, I'm not really 100% certain whether it's the game or whether it's something else. Alright, so the lizards are defeated before I can even get the murderous prowess all charged up. But hey, that was fun revenge. I'll take it. I am definitely happy to take some revenge there.
The hag sorceress has said.
How's it feel to be dead?
It is will. Mother of
Lizard scum.
restless man.
I wonder if we can offset that public order.
Hag sorceress.
Kind of. Unfortunate thing is we got to rebuild this causeway, but we've got some surplus points. So we'll make it work.
The people are displeased.
We need to get out and siege the Lizardmen while we have the opportunity. So I'll offset the public order for one turn here, and then we'll go down and siege out their capital. Let's go to evasion so I can get the Soul Stealer and Doombolt. So, yeah, even though they beat me to the ritual, these guys are about to take a massive beat down. Yeah, this is the most annoying thing there, that provincial instability. They just shot it back up to 10 when we had it all the way down to like 6, so it's going to be several more turns of bad public order. Hey, by the way, you red dark elves up there, you're welcome. How many lizards and Skaven do I have to kill before you're going to actually send your troops south here and help me out? Just saying, we should all be friends. We should all be friends. Come down and help me out here. Maybe I need to give them an attack order on one of the settlements. We'll see what happens. Take your time. I definitely want their settlements. I want to get a hold of their port settlements. Okay, treasury. Rite of Awakening. Damage some walls.
Hag sorceress.
Well, there's going to be a lot of public order problems, but hopefully it can last long enough. Probably won't. But I need to siege this place out regardless. So we're going to continue the siege.
Awaits for the Witch King.
How long till we finish our 2 more turns? Let's rebuild the causeway. How long till they run out of supplies? 8 turns? Yeah, that's not good because I don't think our public order can last for 8 turns. Thanks to that lizard invasion there. And corruption, chaos corruption's still on the way up. Oh, we can perform our first Vortex ritual. Ooh. You know what's going to be tough about this, though? Is I don't have defenses set up here. We kind of need a second army up here to defend, because they're going to send attackers after us, and there could even be intervention armies. How do we look? Defense is bad. That's how we look. Quite bad. So we're going to need to raise another army up here and have something to help beat back the inevitable incursion.
No stopping me.
Which is going to take away a lot of our money. A whole lot of it.
Revenge. Oh.
Well, let's go ahead and recruit that army up here. We might as well. Whoops. Wrong one. Recruit a lord. Looks like we could have loyalty problems. Sword and shield, sword and crossbow. The sword and crossbow would be a cool one to have. Let's try it. He has perceptive campaign line of sight, okay. Yeah, this is going to put a big time hurt on our upkeep. Big time hurt. So let's stick to relatively cheap units. So we'll just stick to bleak swords.
Show no mercy.
Okay, now we can probably go ahead and begin the Vortex ritual.
The ritual is underway, my lord. Even working together, it will take your greatest adept some time to complete. Such is the ritual's power that the great Vortex itself distorts under its pull.
Okay.
Be wary, though, for while the Vortex is weakened, the forces of chaos will slip into this world. Ready your defenses.
All those Norskins are going to be coming from... They were way up there. They're not anywhere close, so they got a ways to make their ways down, way down here, which gives me time to finish training this army. So I'm not terribly worried at that point, which should give me time, if I can manage the public order here, time to siege this place out. Oh, they're going to counterattack me. What a massive mistake on their part. There are 4 temple guards, but, I mean, between Blade Wind and Reaper Bolt Throwers, we should be able to significantly weaken them, though the terrain here may be interesting. This may be kind of a bump or ridge here in the center that could impact my Bolt Throwers. Yeah, it is. So we're going to want to back up. It puts us in a slight downhill position, though. Maybe this would be the best spot to set up on.
Bleak swords.
Let's get our bleak swords here. Dark shards in a second line. We're gonna do our typical setup here.
Bolt throwers.
Let's gamble the wins here. All right. And when you only have 5 wins of magic, there's not much to lose at that point.
Morathi. Hag sorceress.
Go ahead and hard group these guys. Put these guys in a group, make it easier to get to them. Same thing with the bolt throwers. Okay, Hydra, let's get you set up here in front to do some breath attacks. Typical kind of formation here.
Cold-blooded killers.
We don't have line of sight all the way back there, so let's run. Okay, now we got line of sight on some pterodons. Let's go put a Dark Rider up here to scout in these woods.
The merciless host.
We can see all the way back to here, though, so they just deployed a long ways back, which is fine.
Dark riders.
Let's go ahead and fast forward. And part of me does wish maybe I would have deployed further back, but it starts getting really downhill. That guy's not hidden, so let's just bring him back. We can see anything we need to see. Let's maybe start switch over to the anti-infantry fire and let's start pounding these temple guards. Bring down the Croxagores. Hit the Temple Guard with a breath attack. Alright, the Croxagores are taking big damage and they've just rampaged. Let's bring down these Croxagores. We got a Stegodon incoming, actually. Focus there. Working the Temple Guards a little bit. Let's bring this Stegodon. I probably said Steglodon again. Yeah, Stegodon. Alright, Stegodon's getting wrecked because my Dark Shards are armor piercing. Let's do some recharge rate. Okay, we got out there. We're holding the line. Let's get rid of these Croxagores there because they are ripping through me. Let's kind of come back here and attack. There's another Stegodon. Let's go attack it with Morathi. Thinking this blob right here, Temple Guards, would be a good shot for us. Let's bring the Dark Riders over here. Alright, the Croxagores got wrecked. Let's bring a Bleak Sword back up. Help hold the center. Let's bring the Dark Riders over after some of the Pterodons. See if we can pull our Dark Shards back out of the fighting a little bit. Hit the Skink cohort with Javelins. We're getting overrun a little bit here, honestly. Let's see if we can clear up this flank using Morathi's magic. Morathi's spell didn't come off. Let's go ahead and heal her because she's getting beat up a little. Come on, get the spell off. Come on! Give me a break. Let's do it. Thank you. Alright, where's that Stegodon? Take him out. Okay, I'm not really sure how... Well, they're Temple Guards. Never mind, that's how they're holding on. Let's burn up these. I was like, I'm not sure how these guys are holding on, and then I see it's Temple Guard. Never mind. I know how they're holding on. Come on. Get the breath attack. What are you doing, you dumb... Breath attack! Alright, the Stegodon's going crazy. One of our Dark Shards is up here and needs to get out of there. Woo! Our Reaper Bolt Thrower just got munched. And we lost one of our spellcasters. Let's take down this Stegodon though, get it off the battlefield. Those guys should have gotten a whole lot more wrecked. Let's get rid of their Lord here too. If we get rid of their Lord, we might be able to slow this down. Let's take these two Dark Riders. Get into the back of these Saurus Warriors. Get out of combat. Like, get out. I really want you out of the combat. Let's bring some of these. Gosh, dang it, that unit selection. Get over here. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're being chased by Temple Guard here is our problem. And it actually makes a lot of sense for them to chase me. Okay, their Lord is about to go down. If the Hydra can just kill him, might be able to break all their leadership here. Start tearing up this infantry blob. Their Lord is gone. Let's go try and use our last flaming attack over here. Let's get some of these Dark Riders out of combat. Try and do a rear charge. Morathi. Again, let's try and break up this flank if she doesn't get her spell canceled over and over. There we go. That should clean them up. And even though the Pterodons dropped on me right here, we've got this piece settled. Perfect. So it wasn't pretty. It's a tough army, but we defeated them. Problem is now our forces are absolutely trashed, and a ton of their people still escaped. So an auto-resolve would not work to our favor at this point. Not at all. We did get rid of both Stegodons, one Kroxigor, one Pterodon Rider, their Scar Veteran, two Temple Guards. So, I mean, we got rid of quite a few of their units.
The Dark Lord.
If they have another army, though, that they bring in for reinforcements, we'll be doomed. That's going to be all the time I have for this episode.
Hear your request.
I don't know what you all want. Keep wanting me to join that war. Why don't you wait till I kill your other enemies, and then we'll talk. Then we'll talk. Weapon strength. Maintain 23 units in total. So we got even more money. Occupy a loot. We'll raise a settlement. We will. We're probably like, what, 7 more turns still here? Yeah.
Bewitching fury.
Bewitching fury. Let's do this quartermaster. Start taking away upkeep cost. Just a last couple of things to take care of here. We can recruit other units up here, and I think it would help to get a couple of Black Art Corsairs, because these guys do a little more melee damage. So we'll start recruiting them. Nothing to build in this province. Nothing else to handle there. Let's look up here. We need to upgrade this building. We're at plus 14, which means we might be able to tear down this building and build something different at the Moon Shard.
Dreadlord of Nagara.
We're getting 6 out of this one. I don't know, let's just leave it for now so that the public order stays really strong and should leave us in good shape. That's where I'm going to leave the episode, so on the next one we should be able to take out the Lizardmen capital. They are trying to build another army over here at the Ziggurat of Dawn, and they may very well have it ready in time. But I don't want to lay off of this capital. It has such a huge garrison, and having defeated most of it here, it's time for us to keep the pressure on and put these guys down. What we could do is just merge our Bleak Sword units because they're so trashed, so that at least we have them, you know, easier to handle. And then Dark Riders I'm not going to merge though, because I can't recruit them as easily down here without that global recruitment. So I'll see you all in the next episode.